And we're back, and we're moving into our final conversation for today. As we said, a lot of us are at home. A lot of us have stocked up on cleaning supplies, and we're trying to be as hygienic as possible in cleaning surfaces. But are we doing it right, and are we doing it enough? Well, we asked an expert to come in. Of course, we asked Andre Mahler of Carpet Care Plus Belize to share some of the tips from your years of experience in cleaning spaces, right?
Hi, good morning everybody. My name is Andre Mahler. I am the owner of CCP Belize, formerly Carpet Care Plus.
Okay.
Actually, we do a lot more than cleaning of carpets and
Yes.
need the reason for the change in name. CCP, Commercial Cleaning and Products.
Yes. And this is part of why you have so much information that you can share with us. Now, when people are thinking of going in and disinfecting their houses, we do the traditional. We sweep, we mop, we wipe down, and that's it. But at a time we're being told that we need to make sure our surfaces and our homes are as clean as possible and disinfected, what are some of the things or advice that you can tell people?
Okay, the first thing, there's a difference between cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting.
Okay.
Right? Cleaning is, you do it every day. You wipe it down, you move the major stuff. Right? Sanitizing, you're moving some of the bacteria and viruses. Disinfecting, you're moving 100%. Disinfecting is what when the hospital does a operation, they will disinfect. Right? They're moving 100% of the germs, bacteria, viruses, everything from walls, floors, every square inch, square centimeter of that room, including the equipment, everything.
Yeah.
All right.
And how do you do these? I mean, we're aiming for disinfecting.
Right. And at your home.
Yes.
Let's take it room by room.
Okay.
Where do you want to start?
Well, I mean, I think let's start with common spaces where people are sharing and coming in, right?
Okay.
So like your living room,
Your
the
living
entrance,
room.
the door.
Right, your living room. For the couch, the remote, right? But even in your living room, you tend to use this the most. And this is one of the things that is transferring a lot of germs. And when was the last time you cleaned yours? We're in COVID-19
No,
right now.
I do it every 2 days. That's my new practice. Probably not enough, but
right.
with
And
the Clorox wipes.
Right, but that's good.
Okay.
That's good. There's not much other thing because you can't put water on it.
Yeah.
But you need to take off the cover and clean it good.
Yeah, and the little pop-up thingy.
Right.
Because that's what you hold the most to.
Right. Then there's things like phone soap and stuff. Things that you put the phone in and it has a UV light on it for some minutes and it's supposed to disinfect the phone. Right? So those things are available. Probably not in Belize, but they are available now. And now we're just thinking of this now. And in the end of the day, maybe this will help us in the end because we will start to practice better hygiene.
That's right. That's right. I've never been more committed to cleaning my phone than I am during this time.
I know, but and if we go back to, say, for example, the living room, right, there's a whole lot of there might be a whole lot of different types of surfaces that could be in that thing that require different types of cleaning, right? So, for example, if you have a couch, if it's fabric, if it's leather, if it's something, all of that you have to approach differently, correct?
Right, correct. Okay, right now we have to use bleach. Usually, for me, being a commercial cleaner, I don't really use bleach. But bleach is something that's really effective and it can be used in a push. Usually, when I'm doing this, I would use a hospital grade sanitizer disinfectant that is certified by the EPA. The reason for that is that you understand the standard of what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Right? And in commercial cleaning, you have gallons of products that can represent a drum of ready-to-use product in 1 gallon. I have a product that it's half gallon, but you put 1 ounce in a gallon, and you fill that with water, and that 1 ounce in the gallon is the diluted ratio needed to disinfect hard surfaces.
This is really critical because I think at this point no one can find some of the disinfecting sprays that they were looking for, or some of the cleaners that they usually use. But there are concentrated stuff that you can use. A gallon of bleach can go a long way.
A gallon of concentrated bleach is kind of like the certified stuff that you're using to clean, because you only need a little bit in a large amount of water, and you are disinfecting the place.
Okay, so that's where we can start for people who have bleach home.
Okay.
Right? So you mix it with water, and then you just wipe. You just clean.
Let me explain. There's two types of cleaning. There's like your maintenance cleaning. That's the quick thing to do for today or for this minute. And then there's your deep clean. And you need to do both of them in order to keep something clean for a period of time. I don't want. Let's take like your toilet. How often do you clean your toilet? All right?
Once a week.
Once a week, but you should be maintenance cleaning it with a disinfectant every day.
Okay.
Right? There are studies that show that your phones have more germs than your toilet than your toilet.
I heard that, yeah.
Right? So don't take it in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because, I don't want to. Let's get back to the couch.
Let's not elaborate on that one. But I have a question though, because before we even move into the specifics, there are some things like the phone that we don't think about cleaning that needs to be cleaned. Tell us about some of those.
Well, cleaning the phone, the thing is to use wipes.
Yeah.
But you can also use a microfiber rag and you clean it off regularly.
Yeah.
You can, if you don't have any of the wipes, there's no problem to putting a Clorox on a rag and to wipe it down. Now we're in times where we have to do it rather than, and you might not have exactly what you want, but you have what will work.
Yeah. So we can always use that Clorox, that bleach and water solution.
And if that's good to do your floors, your walls, all painted surfaces, your countertops.
We should do walls?
Yeah. See, walls is the deep part of the cleaning.
Okay.
Right?
Because we do touch walls a lot.
Yes.
That's what we don't realize.
You don't really have to worry about the ceiling.
Yeah.
Right? But you worry about the floor.
Yeah. Or as we walk past, we touch.
I like to tell people 8 foot high and down.
Okay.
Right? And usually what we do is we to disinfect, we'll use a pump-up sprayer and we'll spray the entire wall, ceiling, and then you have to wipe it. It's a couple of steps you use where you put it. You have a lot of these disinfectants have what's called dwell time. There's a certain amount of time it needs to sit on the surface for it to work.
Yeah.
Not everything works on contact. Yeah. Right?
And it's the same with the Clorox, with the bleach, right? Like it has to dry on the surface.
You wipe it, make sure you get the entire surface. At this time, once you're not putting food directly on it, it's better to leave the residue on it. Right? A lot of times you clean the residue off. Right? But leaving the residue on it, and you're doing it regularly now.
Yeah. So the phone is one. The walls. I really didn't think about the walls. Because sometimes there's like certain walls that you always lean on or that you'll touch as you open a door or hold yourself up. Maybe as you take off your shoes.
Somebody was sitting there and you wanted to sneeze and it's a wall. Or,
I didn't think about that.
A lot of these things.
Yeah.
Right?
And even what you mentioned just now, you said how often do you clean your toilet? I wonder how many people take time to clean the little knob.
And the toilet is a large part of cross-contamination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
see in commercial cleaning, you never use a mop, a towel, anything. A lot of times you color code them because you only use that in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You only use what you need in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then then everything is everywhere else. And the reason is for the same cross-contamination. But you can also have just contamination. A lot of us have pets in our homes.
Yes.
They do make mistakes and like pee or poo on the... how you clean that? Do you disinfect it or you just pick it up and throw it away? What happens when your 6-year-old son starts rolling on the floor and the residue of that, then he jumps on the couch, jumps in your bed. I don't want to go any further. I see your
know.
face.
Andre, you have a dirty mind. I can imagine. You probably think of germs everywhere you go.
No, well, actually, a lot of times, if you're going to clean a couch,
Yeah.
you turn off the light, you use a black light, and you can see organic matter on the couch.
Okay.
And I have come across cases where the pet's hair is dropping off, and when you do the
All you see is pet hair.
all you see is, well, not only hair, you also see the fetal waste and pee are organic things. So when you do it, you see the organic things on it.
So you maybe never knew that the dog used the bathroom on the chair and it's there.
Right. Or it can come from the floor to the chair.
Yeah, see? So I think, like, you know, with all that in consideration,
a
you know,
lot.
I know, right? So, you know, I think the question in my mind is then, you know, we are talking about the different levels of cleaning, right?
Yeah.
So we know we do our everyday things or we wipe down stuff. So how often would you recommend you actually go and do a real deep cleaning and disinfecting in your home?
In your home, okay, like let's take it what the commercial people do.
Okay.
You have certain things like you have to do multiple times a day. Your countertops, right? Anywhere that you're touching, your center table, the things that you use a lot.
Yeah.
You have to, you do them, sometimes you clean before, you clean after, right? And then you have things that you clean daily. That's like, you should do a maintenance clean on the toilet daily.
Yeah.
Right? You should vacuum your area rug daily. You should, right? But you vacuum your couch once a month, and you pick up all of the dust and dirt and
Yeah.
right. You can go farther and use the alcohol. 70% alcohol will sanitize, and you can put that
So
on
like
the
just the
fabric.
rubbing alcohol. That was another one I heard, that just the regular alcohol that we buy, once it has 70%, that's a cleaner too. Like you
Right.
could use that instead of hand sanitizer too.
Right. Right.
So-
and for all your DUI people,
Yeah.
there's where you pull out the core of toilet paper, you put it in, you soak it with the alcohol, and you pull it out as wipes.
And you have wipes.
Right.
Smart. Okay.
Right.
So we talked of remotes, we talked of phones, we talked of walls, door handles, and like the doors itself. Those are
Door
really
handles, refrigerator door handles, microwave door handles,
Cupboard doors.
covers, light switches.
Yeah.
Right? Things that you touch constantly and all the time.
Okay. These are all things, and those can be done just wiping down.
Right. If you don't have
And
anything that
regularly.
same, yeah. Usually, what you do is you take your solution mixed with Clorox or with the alcohol, you put it in a spray bottle, and you can spray the light switch, wipe
Okay.
it. That's it.
Okay.
Leave it it will stay there, right? But those things you have to do multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Like in the living room, you have somebody that's supposed to be self-quarantining, right? They're in one room. So when they eat, right, because you're pushing it under the door like prison, right?
Yeah.
So when they eat, right, and you take that back out, what should you do with it? You need to use the bleach
That's
again,
true.
even before you take it to the kitchen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because that might have the virus on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Then let's take it a little bit in Belize. We know we have a lot of people that don't have multiple rooms in their homes. So then they will be in a more difficult position if one person has to be quarantined. What do you do? Because the bathroom,
If they're gonna
having one
share a
bathroom is a
bathroom.
problem.
Yes.
Right. So every time that person, you have to disinfect it.
Yeah. You might have to go back to old school and give them a bucket. Then they only get to bathe one time a day. I'm serious, because
But no,
imagine if every time they need to pee, they go to the bathroom, you have to give it a thorough, because they would have walked in,
And what they're
maybe
touching.
coughed, you sit, stand, whatever, wash hands. All of these things would have to be cleaned every time they
Every
needed
time.
to go.
So now let's take it out to the business.
Okay.
Businesses that are still open, that are necessary to be open.
Yeah.
There's a line outside, say the bank,
Yeah.
and 10 people at a time are allowed in. What do those tellers do after every person, and before and in between?
See, I've thought about this with the grocery clerks.
Same
Because
thing.
they hold everything that I've held, scan it, and then put it in the bag, which oftentimes the person who's bagging it would also touch it as well.
The bank, you're dealing with money,
Yeah.
you're dealing with,
Yeah.
right?
And money itself has a lot of
Has a
germs
lot
on
of germs.
Okay. So we clean the money too, or we just wash our hands afterwards?
I
Well,
guess
I'm hoping
I
everybody's
guess
using
get
clean
online
money.
more, and but it's a necessary evil, I guess.
All right. So we talked. Okay. Let me see what else we haven't tackled. We did the doors. You should clean all areas of the doors, or just the handles.
Okay, the handles is regularly and more frequently is the minor cleaning.
Yeah.
The entire door when you're disinfecting the entire place.
Yeah.
Right.
Because sometimes you hold the door itself and like pull it open if you don't have to turn the knob.
A lot of times, learn to open the door without touching the knob. A lot of times the germs for like, okay, example, you use the bathroom, right? You wash your hand, but before you come out, you touch the, you flush the toilet because you didn't do it before, right? So you're taking that, you touch the handle,
Yeah.
right?
So now it's on the handle.
No, it's on the handle, and then you walk outside,
Yeah.
right? Using this in the phone,
Yeah.
the phone in the bathroom, and then taking it and put it on your countertop that you're going to prepare food.
Okay. All of this
Right?
transfer that I'm thinking about that may take place. But another important one, which is why the current hand washing advice is that you use paper to turn off the faucet.
Right.
Because the faucet itself, like the knob, has a lot of germs too.
Right.
How often do you clean that, and how do you clean that?
Well, again, it's the solution, whatever you're using, because you can use the alcohol, or you can use the bleach, or you can use the hospital grade disinfectant. Spray it on the knob, leave it, and go. And you can do that, 6, 8, 10, 12 times a day.
Okay.
And especially if you have people coming in. See, there's everything in cleaning usually depends on the amount of use it gets.
Okay.
Right? How often you have to mop your floor depends on the amount of traffic over it. So everything is like that. And that's the reason why the social distancing will work, because you're away and that sort of thing.
So like an office lobby, for example, that has traffic.
That has traffic.
Yeah.
In this day.
Yeah,
for
in this day. Yeah, we're talking about now. People who
Okay.
need to clean more than they've ever cleaned before.
During the day, between every customer, you need to be cleaning, right? So that's when you'll be using your sanitizing wipes or a spray or something that you're disinfecting the area between people,
Okay.
right? And then you need the big cleaning. Usually what you need to do is disinfect the entire thing at the end of the day to be ready for the next day and be free for the next day, right? And some of those things you don't know if they're being done.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I hope the supermarkets do it, for example. I know some of them do earlier hours for elderly people, and yeah, I mean, we have to consider the spaces we're going into as well, and how often they're clean, or how well they're clean.
And how well they're clean. And you need to make sure of it for yourself right now.
Yeah.
Right? That's the main thing. Don't do anything, right? You shouldn't do. Don't be.
So I have another one.
I
for
came in
you.
here today and we didn't shake hands.
No. Wait.
Right? That's one of the new normal.
I think we're 1 week strong, Gavin,
We-
of no hand touching, no contact.
Yeah.
It's very unnatural.
I noticed
Sitting at
the
3 feet.
Yeah,
on
we're
the
2 or
other-
3 feet.
and I am all the way here.
And you're at 6. So we're doing our part, but I think we still don't think of, even if Gavin and I have no contact, if we touch this couch, whatever I touch goes on the couch and he touches it. So
And-
things like that happen as well. The transfer is so easy.
And it can be especially difficult, back in the home, because if you have especially if you have a big family, or like you said, if
Yeah.
all of us, if it's a family that, is not living, if it's multiple people in kind of close quarters, then of course the risk is much higher, because if you have people, let's say 5, 6, 7 people in one household coming in, bringing, especially in the common areas like the living room, like the kitchen, then the risk is much higher. So as you were saying, the amount of cleaning that you're required to do is higher as well.
Right. it has to be higher because you're using the place more and there's more people in
And
there.
it could just be that one family member that's a bit lazier to wash their hands all the time that could bring everything in.
But you know, what I was also thinking just now, because we spoke about different rooms in the house, and it just occurs to me that we haven't really spoken about the bedroom. And the bedroom itself has a lot of surfaces that could get contaminated. And I'm thinking a lot of the fabric or the cloth, because if you think...
Like the mattress?
Exactly, that's what I was going at. You have the sheet, the mattress could be blanket, pillowcase, all kinds of different things that could...
See, mattress
The
is
germaphobe
something...
inside me is going crazy at these
Mattress is something that should be cleaned at least once a year, professionally cleaned. Remember, a day is what, 24 hours? How much do you spend in your bed?
Well, it depends on what you do.
Well, let's say if you do get 8 hours of sleep, or even
it's
if
1/3 of the day,
or even if you watch TV or whatever in your bedroom, some people do. So it could be even more than 8 hours.
You cough, you don't cover because you're the only one in your room. It goes on the bed. I was thinking something else. I was thinking car. I don't.
Same thing.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the surfaces? So I did start like wiping the steering wheel with Clorox wipes.
Right. That's like the maintenance part of it.
What else should we be cleaning? Where else? It's a car, for example, carries different people, goes different places. You don't usually get to wash your hands between being in public and going in the car. So you're taking it into the car for sure.
The sanitizer, the hand sanitizer, should be used when you're not in a place to use soap and water. And we seem to be using the sanitizer as the first thing you should be doing. It actually should be the soap. Yeah. Then you use the sanitizer. So a good thing to do is to have the sanitizer on you when you get in your car. In your car, you can keep yourself the Clorox. But what about the gear stick? What about the radio, the seat belt, the different things?
Seat belt, you're right. And even the handle outside. And the handle inside.
Right. And so everything. You have chairs just like your couch in there.
Yeah.
Right? You have plastics, the dashboard and everything, just like your countertops. Are you touching them? You're putting food things on them. What are you doing? And depending what you're doing in your car is how often you need to clean it and how far you have to go. Right?
We're all thinking of how dirty our car are. I'm sure you are at home.
In your car, you have a lot of people's car are like an extension of their house.
Yes.
Right? So you have a lot of the things like say you have a young kid, that baby car seat. From the milk that's being thrown away, the orange juice, the crumbs in the back seat.
The surprise cookies that you find like 3 days later.
Or then you have the teenager that loves to go play sports. And he comes in and goes in the car. Okay. Right? Or he comes home and jumps on the couch and flips on the TV, right? And and that's normal. Right, for a home. So you should be sanitizing, right, and disinfecting, right, regularly, not only because of COVID-19.
Point duly taken. I can't imagine what it's like for people at home right now. They're probably looking around at family members trying to gauge how
I need to stay away from you.
Okay, but Andre, this is really, it's great because we just need to think beyond just the regular surfaces. We always think of cleaning our floors and maybe a countertop here or there, but what you're reminding us is just how easily we can be accumulating germs and viruses in this case in other areas that we weren't cleaning. Right. And that's what we have to remember, right? You do are you still open? Do you still do professional cleaning at this time?
Yes. Now more than ever, people are asking for certain things. Because I am certified for mold remediation, I do a lot of disinfection. Right. So yesterday I was disinfecting a place. No, they have no case, but they've worked with me and they've realized that we're doing our hand sanitizing at the door. We're doing all of that. But at the end of the day, because we're open, people are coming in. We need to disinfect everything, and it's like starting over.
Yeah.
And you should do that every day.
I'd imagine your business could give people a lot of peace of mind if they just want to know that they're starting fresh
Right.
with everything cleaned.
Yeah. No, well, at the end of cleaning, steam cleaning your couch, when you look at what the water and the dirt that you get out of there, it's crazy. All right. Sometimes you look at it and you're like, man, that's what I've been seeing, because it's like black like coffee. All right.
Okay. Duly noted.
In your cars also.
I may take a day break to go scrub my couch right now. But thank you so much for coming in, and just final advice to people as they venture off into doing the cleaning, maybe cleaning that spot on the wall they never thought of, or that refrigerator door.
I would say mix the solution, have it ready, and being able to use it as needed.
Okay.
So just
Right.
always have it handy.
Just always have it handy. You can't be too paranoid if somebody comes in, spray the door handle when they leave.
And people shouldn't be offended either.
No, no.
Next thing you know, your
Yeah.
mom will say, "Why are you spraying after me?"
For the last couple of weeks, when any employee walks in, first thing,
Yeah.
straight to the bathroom, wash your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much for this very revealing conversation. I will see germs everywhere I go now.
No problem.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have a wrap up, so stay tuned.
Yeah.